Now coming up on 6:30 on WKYT this morning, it's being called the nastiest race of 2015 across America. And the talk could continue to toughen when the 4 GOP candidates for governor debate today.
Some Lexington city leaders say they're being shut out of discussion about Centerpoint.
And details on a legal victory for Kentucky-made Maker's Mark.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome in. It's nice to have you along. It's Wednesday morning, and here we are on May 6th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope you've been enjoying this nice warm weather because it's going to stick around for us. A slight cool down,
yeah, very slight.
On the way eventually.
But the feel of summer really continuing along here. Let's check in. Meteorologist Micah Harris tracking that for us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yes, summer light pattern is still here. It's one of those days that you get a really nice start to the morning, and then toward the afternoon it gets really warm. We're at 54 degrees right now. You're looking in Franklin County, the capital city of Frankfort, and things look great. Look, there's not much going on this morning. You're walking out the door. You won't need a coat. And I will tell you this, don't forget, teachers will want to take the kids outside. So parents, don't forget, just throw some shorts, short sleeve shirts. That's what the kids will need. They'll be pretty hot if they have jeans on today. By the afternoon, we're right there around 86 degrees, and you're probably saying, well, my kids go out to the playground during the mornings. Look at noontime, already 80 degrees. Humidity's on the rise, too. It will be a warm one in store. We get warmer somewhere in the 7-day forecast, maybe a 90-degree reading, and also rain's in there somewhere. I'll show you when that comes in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you. Let's get to the news on WKYT. We are coming down to the wire now in Kentucky's primary elections. And today, much of the attention will be on the race for governor on the Republican side.
The 4 candidates will debate this morning. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk to explain why there's so much attention on this. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca. The Washington Post is already calling Kentucky's governor's race the nastiest race of 2015. The 4 Republican candidates for governor, James Comer, Hal Heiner, Will T. Scott, and Matt Bevin, will face off in a debate this morning at the Kentucky Sports Radio studios. We're expecting one topic of discussion to center around allegations that Comer physically and mentally abused his college girlfriend. Comer is calling the accusations bizarre and untrue. He says the allegations were politically calculated, pointing out that they surfaced just 2 weeks before the May 19th primary election. In a letter to the Louisville Courier-Journal, Comer's former girlfriend, Marilyn Thomas, claimed that while she dated Comer in the 1990s, he hit her and drove her to a medical clinic for an abortion. Comer says those accusations are flat-out lies. His wife is standing with him. She also says she does not believe the allegations of abuse. Comer says he is considering legal action against all parties involved in what he considers a dirty political trick.
This symbolizes this type of dirty gutter politics, symbolizes everything that I'm against.
Comer says the allegations have not hurt his bid for governor, and his campaign is moving forward. We will have a crew at today's debate, which starts at 10 a.m. Of course, we will keep you updated online and on air. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
We're tracking a crime alert in eastern Kentucky. Police in Perry County say a man was flown to the hospital after being shot. This happened last night in the Erie community. Police have not said what led to the shooting. We also do not know the man's condition. We will have updates as soon as we get them on WKYT.com and on air as soon as we get the updates into our newsroom.
Our time is 6:33 on WKYT, and new this morning, at least one person was seriously injured in a late-night crash. Lincoln County police say US 150 East, just outside of Stanford, was shut down for several hours overnight because of the 3-car crash. Police say 2 of the drivers were flown to UK Hospital, one of them in serious condition. The 3rd passenger and a driver also were treated at a local hospital. Friends of a Lexington murder victim say they take some comfort in knowing that a second arrest has now been made in the case. Cameron McClellan was already in jail yesterday when police charged him with last month's murder of Salahuddin Jitmud. McClellan will be in court later today. There may be some new information coming out then. WKYT's Victor Puente is live now to explain what we can expect. Victor, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. This is the second person charged in that case. The first man lived at the apartment complex where that delivery driver was killed. Last month, Salahuddin Jitmud was killed outside of an apartment on Trent Circle. Police say the 22-year-old was delivering pizza when he was robbed and murdered. He was found lying in a breezeway by a woman living in a nearby apartment. Police arrested 30-year-old Antonio Lewis and charged him with murder and robbery. Lewis lived at the Walnut Hill apartment complex where Jitmood was killed. Now 28-year-old Cameron McClellan is also charged with murder and robbery. His arrest citation says he was involved in the intentional death of the victim by means of a sharp instrument. McClellan was already in jail on another robbery charge when these new charges came down. Jitmood's friends tell us they take some comfort in knowing a second arrest has been made. McClellan will be arraigned later today here at District Court. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Thank you very much. A competency hearing is scheduled for a former Kentucky preacher accused in a triple murder case. The Herald-Leader reports that a Boyle County judge has set the hearing for June 8th. Keith recently had a mental evaluation in prison. Police say he killed Michael and Angela Hockensmith and Daniel Smith at a Danville pawn shop back in 2013.
Well, a husband and wife charged after abuse allegations at a Knox County daycare have made another appearance in court. Tracy Four is charged with abuse. Police say someone saw her sitting on a child at the Rainbows and Lollipops daycare. Police testified that her husband, Billy Four, later made a threatening phone call to the daycare demanding to know who took a picture of the alleged abuse. He's charged with intimidating a witness. Tracy Four's case was continued until tomorrow. The judge sent her husband's case on to the grand jury. A Lexington prison escapee is back behind bars after a police chase in Laurel County. State police arrested Charles Blanton yesterday. They say they received a tip that he was in a car outside the Corbin Walmart. When they approached, Blanton drove off, eventually hitting two police cars before crashing. Blanton escaped from Blackburn Correctional Complex last month.
Some Lexington city leaders say they are being left in the dark about the city's recent decisions about the Centerpoint project. The city is demanding that developer Dudley Webb fill in the block. Webb has responded with threats of legal action against the city. But during a work session yesterday, some council members said they have not been included in the Centerpoint discussions, and they said their questions are not being answered.
At one point, we're a legislative body, a deliberative body, an interested body. And I just wonder, in this relative time frame or group of events, how were we left out of any part of any conversation that related to the topic?
The topic obviously being Centerpoint. Mayor Jim Gray says his administration is only doing what they believe to be the right choice in holding Webb responsible. And it appears that Jeff Ruby is not giving up on opening a restaurant in Lexington. Ruby was one of the tenants slated for the Centerpoint project, but on Twitter last week he implied the restaurant wouldn't happen there. Well, we spotted Jeff Ruby's bus parked across from Centerpoint last night, right in front of the old Bellini's restaurant on Main Street. Last night, Ruby tweeted, quote, "I love Lexington, I bleed blue, I will open there." So the mystery continues.
Keeping us wondering, well, the Kentucky basketball team nearly made history last season with a two-platoon system. Now Coach John Calipari says the strategy is history. Calipari posted on his website that he hopes to never use the platoon system again. He said, quote, "I think we wrote the book on platooning this year, but I hope we stick it on the shelf and never have to use it again."
Well, Maker's Mark calls it it's bourbon handmade, and they can also continue to do that. The Herald-Leader reporting this morning that its parent company has won a lawsuit in Florida. The ruling dismissed the complaint of two consumers who said bourbon is not handmade as advertised. The suit claimed that Maker's Mark uses mechanical or automated steps to make the Kentucky bourbon. So at least that has now been settled in court. Time is 6:38 on WKYT this morning.
Let's check to see what's happening out on the roads this morning. Not hearing of any problems necessarily.
Yeah, it's been a good ride so far. Let's go out to Officer Don, check on live drive traffic with his interesting tie this morning. Hello there.
You know, Deanne is hating on the polka dot shirt, and now you're on the tie. So you two think alike. You work so long together, I guess. Bill Bryant. But anyway, 75 north and southbound looks good. No problems on the interstate, as Rebecca just said. And Rebecca looks very nice today, by the way. Let's get a quick look outside, and we'll show you what's happening as you're heading out the door for work or school. With no wrecks, it's a pretty smooth ride at Broadway and High Street. Very quiet there. We still have the construction work to deal with at Versailles and New Circle. Also on Man o' War, they're doing the milling and paving work on the inner and outer loops between Richmond Road over to Tate's Creek. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don.
I approve of his outfit. I couldn't see the polka dots on his shirt, but I'm sure it looks great.
Well, you know, you just add some stripes.
And there's Coach Cal. He just popped up.
What about a toboggan?
Randomly.
You could add that on this morning.
Oh, really? That's fine. I got you.
Have a good time out there on the radio.
Why would he want to hide that hair?
Now you have a friend for life. All right. Don and Deanna are on 98.1 The Bull this morning as you head into work. And we're glad you're with us on WKYT this morning at coming up on 6:40.
And still to come, this pile of bananas has the ability to talk and vote for president. Look at that. Whoa, that's going to give Micah a scare.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that. I sit here and watch you guys when you're doing the teas, and I didn't expect that to happen. So I'm interested to see that, and I think you're gonna be interested to see when the rain comes, and also does the heat just keep on rising? Have all those answers coming up next.